Hello my gorgeous friends. Okay, welcome. So the previous video we just did a little bit of introduction about what we are going to be building in this course. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you first thing first. I'm going to open the project. So if you look closely, don't worry, I'm not going to run it now on my emulator for now. Okay, so maybe later I'm going to run it, but I just want us to see the folder structuring and also push this code to GitHub, and we will just be pushing it to GitHub to save the files there. Okay, and it's going to be open source, so we can get it there. So if you look closely, just this is normal, like you just create a new Flutter project. You have your main.dat, and if you look here, I just have this return app and my app. So the whole UI I built here is just a simple user interface which we all can build. Okay, but sorry, I'm not showing you guys now on the emulator. I'm going to show you later. After, like in the next video, I'm going to show you how the UI looks like. But for now, I just want to show us this folder structuring. So you can see the lib folder. I created a folder called providers. So this is more like where I'm going to be writing all the provider functionalities that will enable us to add the query, add to do to the database, also enable us to delete and also fetch the to do. So I'm going to, all those things are going to be controlled by the provider package. Okay, and then schema is basically where I'm going to define all the data I want to get from the endpoint. Okay, because I told you that it helps to reduce underfetching and overfetching. So with GraphQL we can describe the type of data we want to return. Okay, we want to get. So I'm going to be defining more like a string inside these schemas. Okay, for now you can see it's just empty, just a empty folder. So here I have the screens. Yeah, we should be all familiar with screens. Okay, so if you look closely, it only has two .dat files. Okay, so the first one is the home page of the to-do app. So basically it just this is where we're going to display all the available to-dos that we have added already. And if you look closely, it has a delete button, yeah, to just help us to delete the tags, to delete the to-do. So it's just a simple UI. There's a floating action button. Now once we click on it, okay, it will take us to the add to do page, which is this page here. So we'll go to the add to do page, and it just has a test. This is a test editing controller. You know what it does for retrieving value from test form feed. Okay, this is just a normal app bar, and then we have a custom scroll view with sliver app bar because I want to make the page scrollable. Okay, even if we rotate it, it still needs to be responsive. Okay, so it is more like a simple container. Add your first to do, it does nothing. And then I have the test form feed. This is actually where we are going to type in our task. Okay, and you can see the controller which I created here, so to help us to retrieve the test from the value from the to do once we type it. Okay, then we have a last button which is add task. Okay, task button, not task. Okay, add task button. Once we click on it, it's going to save the task, and once it saves this, we go back to our home page. It's going to display those tags that was added. So currently it's just dummy data. Okay, so in the next video, as I promised, I'm going to build this and then show us how the UI looks. So we also have a UT class. I normally use this UT class more like if I want to define colors, variable, constant variables, constant widgets, or whatever. So that's why I created this util class. That's more like the ways I structure my code base to just make stuff easy and smooth. So this is a main.dat, and nothing actually is here. Okay, so if you look at my prospect.yaml file, we also have no dependency, just the Cupertino icon. So in the next section, I'm going to show you how the two packages we are going to be using. Okay, so real quick before this section ends, I want to show us how to upload this project first because it's going to be on GitHub. So open up your terminal. Okay, first thing first, open up your terminal, and we can just initialize this project as a Git project. So initialize empty Git repository. Okay, so now what we do next is to go to, I'm just going to go to my just type new.repo, I guess. So that's more like the short repo.new, I guess. Yeah, so make sure you're already signed in. So it's just going to take you to, once you do that, it's going to take you to GitHub, where you create a new repository. So I'm going to call this one Flutter Graphql tutorial. I hope I'm spelling this stuff right. Okay, so a simple Flutter app demonstrating how to use GraphQL and Provider for to-do application. So you can always correct this if it's not correct. So I'm going to make it public. Yeah, cool, it's going to be public, so you can always find it from my GitHub repository. Don't forget to follow me, don't forget to start the repo or any repo at all that you see. So to do this, I'm going to copy, just copy this stuff. Okay, I do copy that one alone, so just go here. I'm going to paste it here. So I don't want this stuff to be too long, so I'm just going to be fast with it. So now you can see we have successfully added the readme file, which is now needed, and we have actually initialized the project. We have committed the project. If you see here, we have git commit -m first commit, and then I put git branch and then remote add a repository. And then what I'm going to do next is just to push. So I think this should show me something. So you're going to type this command, which is git push set upstream origin main. Yeah, so just once everything goes through, and we should see go to your project. So I'm just going to refresh here, and it should show the whole project structure is going to show here. Okay, so it's showing getme.readme. Sorry, so I didn't add all the projects. Sorry, I only added the readme file. If you look here, it only added the readme, which was git.add readme. So I need to add the whole of this project. So what I'll do, I'll just run one command, which is git add, and I'll just commit something. So it can just be minor changes. So you can just commit anything you did. Yeah, and then git push. Few seconds, sorry. Alright, so now if we go back here and refresh this page, you will see all our projects. Yeah, they are listed here. Okay, if you collapse the libs folder, you will see the screens and the main.dat. Okay, so now we have successfully set up our project, and now the project is currently on GitHub. Okay, so in the next section, I'm going to build this app on my device, and I'm going to show you how it works. Then we are going to add various dependencies, and then I'm also going to show you the endpoints we'll be using. So the endpoint is also going to be open source for everyone to work with, to practice. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do in the next section. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.